WordPress 6.7 is on the way, and there's a lot of new features that are going into the new version. So let's dig in. The beta is available. We can test it out right now and see what's coming. So first of all, this is my test site. It's running this locally, and it's running the old 2024 theme that was released last year. Now, a lot of the new features that are coming into 6.7 are going to be specifically theme related. So the first thing that we want to do is switch over to the new 2025 theme. First of all, we're going to look at the site editor. I have a hard time with site editor. I've said before that every time I use a site editor, I feel like I need to relearn how it works. And it's true that every time there is a new WordPress update, the site editor gets some changes. One of the things that is new in 6.7 is the idea of setting different designs for some of the templates. And templates is a concept that was added a few versions ago, where you have different types of layouts for different types of content. For instance, we can look at this. This is a single post layout, so we're still in the site editor. But what's new is this design drop down over here. Now we've got a totally different layout. Now the title's over here. Now the featured image over there. There's the content right there. So we've got this like section over here. This is one with the featured image in a sort of, bar. That's kind of cool. This is one with a minimal just text thing. It doesn't even have a featured image in the layout. So this is the new thing, is these different designs. One of the things that's going into 2025 is just a lot of flexibility about how to use stuff. And so all of these new things that are going into 6.7 are being exemplified in the theme. The theme is really demonstrating how all of these things sort of work. So we can go back and we can look at all the other templates. We can look at the archive pages. And again, there's going to be a bunch of different designs here. Another new thing in 6.7 is the ability to style groups specifically. So this is the default style. You can see that's what it looks like. But there's some pre-designed styles, and I'll go over this in a second because I've actually changed some of the default colors. There's some predefined styles that you can just set things to, and obviously because the color contrast, you would, like if you did that, you'd want to change the color of the text, which you can do, and it's even warning me that that's bad. I'm going to go back to the original style, and we're going to look at some of the design options. So this stuff isn't new. We had this before, where you could change different styles of the design. Now there's palettes, so you can do custom palettes, and they're all sort of predefined. And then you can go in and you can actually edit this stuff too. But also you can change the typography style for the entire site, and these are just like the defaults. And then you go in and you could change the custom templates themselves, but there's a lot of control that you can do sort of from a big high level. And then you can drill down into these styles, and I can go into colors, and this is where I could change, this is where I changed my color palette. So that yellow I don't like. Let's do a different yellow. Let's do something more like that, right? And then it tells me these are the things that are changing in the styles that I just changed. I changed the typography, changed the button stuff. Let's talk about patterns. Patterns are groups of blocks that do a thing. And I can't do anything with these patterns right now because I'm not in a post. But if I was in a post, even right off the bat, it's asking me to choose a pattern for this page that I'm creating. Another thing that's new is this this zoom out feature, which allows you to see the page from a much higher level view. This makes it easy, so when you did pick a pattern, then you can see what it looks like on the whole page. And it looks like this is actually doing some weird things with the layout. So I'm going to pick something different now. So let's just get rid of that. And then I can add a new pattern. And then there's all the patterns. So we're going to just do Well, there's something. Here's my title. Page title. Let's get some content in here. Let's do maybe a query loop. Let's do something like that. And then we can zoom in. Now we can style it, which it doesn't seem to be adding the different. Maybe it's just affecting the font, but that's because we can do that. So I'm going to do, I can change this to a different thing. So there we go. That's pretty cool. And you can also, so there's another new thing. So groups can have a background image. And then, so I've got this background image. You can change the dimensions of it, tile it, contain it within the block cover, which fills the full width. And you can also do a fixed background. That gives you sort of a parallax look. So when I go save that and reload, that's a pretty cool thing. And so now anything can do that, though. It's not just like, you don't have to build it into your custom theme. Anything can have this sort of fixed background effect, which is pretty cool. Let's talk about uploading HEICs. So I'm going to airdrop a picture from my phone onto my laptop. Obviously, when I do that, it's going to be in HEIC format, right? Normally, HEICs are not supported by WordPress. Well, now they are. So I'm going to go back here and take this picture that I took up in Mill Creek Canyon near Salt Lake City. You can see it was originally an HEIC. The original image is an HEIC, but the one that is saved that I'm looking at right now is a JPEG, and the path to the file is going to be a JPEG. That means I can take this and I can put it into this post on new post features that I'm writing. So we can look at this, zoom out, that's that, great. We can look at this in a new tab. There's the featured image. Let's change this and make it that HEIC that I just saved. Great. I go back to the home page. There's my HEIC, or formerly HEIC. It's now a JPEG. Let me go back to that page that we created. And let's call it something else. 6.7 test page, so I know what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to go here and add an image. I'm going to upload something from here, and it's going to be this. Okay. So here's another cool new thing. What I can do, so normally you can link the image to a file, you could link it to the attachment page, but now there's this expand on click. There's my image. Now it's popping it into a lightbox. That wasn't so obvious. Let's go back to another example. So here's a Balgura. It's a demon in a type of demon in Dungeons and Dragons, and you can see that I can make it bigger by clicking on the image. And that's because it's got that click to expand property on the image. And that's super helpful. That's good for photo blogs, but it's also good for just like me sharing my images and not wanting to link to the attachment page or send you to like just the file itself. Like I want to keep you on my page, but I do want you to like be able to make the image bigger. So that's just built in into WordPress itself. So I'm really excited about that one. And there's some other stuff that's happening under the hood, but these are the things that you're going to notice the most when you install or update your site to 6.7. So join me in a couple weeks. I'm going to be going over all these things again. I'm going to be live streaming this 6.7 update, talking about all the same stuff, demoing all the same stuff, and then I can answer questions. If you join a live stream while I'm doing it, ask me questions while I'm demoing this stuff, and I can show you things that I found or things that I have tried out. I'll be doing it on a completely fresh site, so none of this like pre-styled stuff. It's going to be completely vanilla, so that you'll be able to see what it looks like from start to back, and how all these things sort of work together. So yeah, I hope to see you in a couple weeks on October 30th on the Pantheon YouTube channel. To check out what's coming in WordPress 6.7.